Alright, we are back. But yeah, no, OBS is. Oh no, that now it's recording. Okay. Yeah. So we're back with some more Tyrion Cuthbert. Last time we just got started on our episode 2. A lot of talking around and exploring and everything. We met the twins. Absolutely no shenanigans going on at all. There. Nothing suspicious is happening. Yeah, absolutely not. Also, in a case involving necromancy, there is no shenanigans possible. It's
Not at
just
all
going to.
strange out of the question when they were talking about themselves.
You are cutting out quite a bit.
Because of my
Yeah,
phone. I can
yeah.
either watch the stream or have good audio. Or decent audio.
I see.
Because the headset seems to not have as much problem of cutting out, but
Well, we will figure it out.
Yep.
Anyway, let's start going back to talk to this guy. So, Jan, are you part of the staff here? Yeah, I'm a janitor. I have no idea what twice I did last time, so I'm just going with that one. I do odd jobs here and there. Well, apparently that's all he had to say about that. You mentioned that you were close to Lecture Hall 2B before they found Bellwether. What were you doing when the twins discovered the body? I was cleaning the halls. Bellwether knocked over a vase. There were shards and dirt everywhere. Wait, you saw the professor before the twins arrived? Yeah, like I said, she broke the vase right in his hallway. It was probably 20 to 30 minutes before the twins saw the body. You might have been the last person to see her alive. Did you see where she went after breaking that vase? Yeah, I think she went into the over there. I pointed towards lecture hall 3. Did you see anyone else enter the lecture hall? I'm honestly not sure. I was more worried about cleaning up the mess she made. Well, did you notice anything off about her? She was in a pretty bad mood. Honestly, that's pretty normal for her. She was walking really slowly, like somebody who might have been reanimated by necromancy or something. But no idea why I said that. I didn't notice her at first. She basically shoved me out of her way. After that, she knocked over the vase. She yelled at me to be quiet. I didn't even say anything. Wait. Was the only things that she was saying while she was walking around like that the things that could have been recorded by the statue thingy? Oh god, so many
very
shenanigans.
possible.
Okay.
There's definitely a lot of bullshit happening in this case.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I sigh about that or if I'm excited about that. Tell me about Catherine Bellwether. I've heard that she had a pretty bad relationship with the staff. She had a bad relationship with everyone. Students, the other teachers. I can't think of many people who actually did get along with her. I'm sure you had your own share of bad experiences with her. Yeah. She would always yell at me whenever I dozed off. I'd say things are a lot more peaceful around here without her. That was blunt, to say the least. But from what I heard from everyone else, I don't exactly blame him for thinking that. A lot of linear conversations, I see. Valentina mentioned something interesting. She seemed to think the weather was putting her job at risk. Oh yeah, the weather was putting all of our jobs at risk. What made you think that? You know wasn't game constructs in the library. Bellwether was the one who put them there.
Oh yeah, they're so cool.
Well, a few weeks ago, I peeked in on a meeting she was having with Fyodor. Apparently, the school board was planning to replace the staff with them.
Oh,
I'm sure the headmaster rejected her proposal. Oh, I said that in his voice, but okay. I don't know. From the way she was talking, it sounded like he didn't have any say in the matter. But only the headmaster should have the authority to fire the staff. Why would she be that confident? Don't know. All I know is that she hated having commoners on campus. She was really miffed when Theodore started hiring common folk from the community center. Okay. Okay, thank you for answering our questions, John. Sure, anytime.
what's wrong?
You don't have any leads on other suspects. It's just a lot of people who saw and or hated Bellwether.
Right. If it wasn't Wallace, it still could have been any other mage.
Trial is coming up soon. We still don't know why there are traces of necromancy on the body.
Come on, don't be like that. You always get to the truth in the end. You've seen him do like one trial. Yeah, thank you.
Celeste, it's only been one time.
And after we acquit Wallace, it's going to be a grand total of 2 times. It doesn't matter who tries to stop us, man, king, or god.
I couldn't help but chuckle to myself. Okay, okay. I guess we still need to talk to Alice. Let's head to the dungeons.
See? There we go.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I suppose. As we arrived at the Hatholm dungeons, I spotted Wallace locked in one of the nearby cells. He was lying on the floor, muttering to himself.
It's over. My life is over.
Boss?
Who are you? What do you want? Wallace, it's us. Oh, right. How are you doing?
Maybe not well.
Please tell me you're going to get me out of here. I keep telling them that I didn't do it, but they won't listen.
Sorry, Wallace, but they found traces of necromancy magic on the body. They're convinced that you did this, and they are going to push your case to trial.
No, are they going to execute me? It's moving. Are they closing it? This can't be happening. I can't breathe.
Please calm down. Wallace, we know that you're innocent.
But those knights think I did this. Are they going to kill me?
I spent my entire life learning how to deal with situations like this. If you let me represent you in court, you can prove that you're innocent.
Oh, right. You said that you were a lawyer. But I don't really have any money to pay you with.
Don't worry about that. For now, let's just focus on getting you acquitted.
What? Do they seriously want to help me? No, they must want something from me. Well, I guess it doesn't matter anyway. It's not like I have anything else to lose.
It wasn't exactly the reaction I was hoping for, but at least he was cooperating. I think it might have cut out. I heard the previous sentence a little bit, but now it was just gone. Just wait a second, I think movie is rejoining.
Sorry, I had a phone call from something I had to deal with that. I'll have to call them back. Anyways, back to the game.
Oh, good. Could you repeat that one? I don't think it counts that.
The line, I don't know if I even read it. I was with you in the library the entire time. But why do they still think I'm the murderer? It makes no sense. Unless... You told the Inquisition, right? Did you tell them that I was with you? Was I betrayed? Did they frame me?
Away from us, a look of suspicion on his face. We did, but they found traces of necromancy on the body. They believe that Bellwether was murdered with a necromancy spell. It seemed to get even more tense, something I didn't think was possible. Harris had mentioned that with his studies his studies were something he liked to keep to himself. I would need to be delicate. Wallace, you heard about the type of magic that you are studying.
Sorry, the headmaster explained it to us already. You just use necromancy to become a doctor, right?
I think what you're doing is really respectable. It's nice to see a dark school of magic being used as a force for good.
What? No. You're going backwards. It's because of Wraithbound, those stupid books.
For the first time, I saw some genuine rage from him.
Real necromancy has always been about healing. Because of garbage like Wraithbound, the public keeps calling for necromancy to be outlawed.
I think calling it garbage may be a bit much.
The nobility paid Horace Bloomvale to write stories about evil necromancers. He was such a sample. Witches are magically impossible, but people still just believe that nonsense. That man single-handedly threw the study of necromancy back into the Stone Age.
I had to temper myself. He was clearly passionate about this, but I'll admit it stunned to hear him talk about my favorite book like that.
Get on, Tyrion. Maybe we should talk about something else.
I understand that you have reservations about talking about your magic. But in order to build a case for you, you need to present your spell compendium to the courts.
I don't have one.
Alice already told us about that. That's why she gave us a blank one for you to attune to.
Do I have to?
It would be extremely difficult to defend you without your compendium. It's a core piece of evidence.
Okay, I will tune to it.
Recognize the formulas for the following spells. Prestidigitation, Mend Wounds, Illusory Disguise, Revive, Animate Corpse, and Necrotic Blight. Okay. The visual effect around the hands. Heals the wounds of the casting type, placing on the targets. Okay. Creates an illusion of the target to completely change their visual appearance. The disguise moves with the target throughout the duration. The disguise can make the target look unfit like was more. Okay. Yeah, so for example, you can make a statue look like a actual person. I see. Revive floods the targets with life energy in an attempt to resuscitate them. You cannot resuscitate someone who has been dead for more than a minute. Interesting. When Mr. Dagish is the minion follows the caster's orders, but its intelligence is limited and it cannot speak. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the trial will be a fight between. Oh, was that a corpse being animated or something? Some other solution? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I understood why he was studying this type of magic, but the spells in his companion sounded fairly gruesome. It was a little terrifying to know that spells like this even existed.
Sorry. A long time ago, I showed my compendium to someone. After she saw my necromancy spells, she told everyone in the academy.
I showed you my companion, please respond.
That's when Professor Bellwether started coming after me.
That must have been difficult for you.
After that, I didn't really talk to anyone.
What about Aris?
Yeah, I guess Eris was there too.
It seemed like it was difficult time. It was a difficult time for him. No wonder he had so much trouble remembering. Something similar happened to me after I left my hometown. Oh, now it expands. I see. More necromancy.
Oh,
Huh.
that's so much dialogue. How did you and Eris become friends anyway? Who is she? There's something off about her.
There was another hint of fear for her.
Oh, sometimes the other student would steal the ID number off my locker and switch it with another student's. I thought it was funny whenever the student got angry with me. Eris had a bit of a reputation around our school. Everyone was scared of her, even the students of the nobility.
Probably due to baseless rumors.
One day, someone switched my ID number with hers. I was so scared when she came up to me, I couldn't even say anything. But she didn't get angry like the others. She just apologized and gave me back my nameplate. After that, she started talking to me whenever she saw me.
So, I have to ask, if it's caused you so much trouble, why are you still studying necromancy?
I want to become a doctor.
My headmaster told us the same thing, but why are you learning spells that can steal people's life force and raise the undead?
Life and death are two sides of the same coin. That's the key principle behind necromancy. The first undead was actually a failed attempt to resurrect a human using magic. Right now, necromancy can only heal injuries and wounds, but it can't do anything for diseases or deformities. If I just keep studying, I know I can develop necromancy beyond that. I might even be able to create spells that can cure terminal diseases.
I think I can already guess, but how was your relationship with Catherine Bellwether?
After word got out about my spells, Professor Bellwether would always find reasons to punish me. He'd start yelling at me for even the smallest mistakes. It was pretty obvious she had it out for the students who didn't come from the noble families. That's terrible. I'd wake up each day, scared that she'd notice me in the hallways. I knew how to avoid her and stay out of her way, but sometimes she'd get bored and come looking for me. I can't believe that after everything that she did, she's just gone.
I'm sure you have mixed emotions about what happened.
I honestly don't know how I feel about it. To be honest, I always wished she would just disappear. But now that it's finally happened, I just feel even more scared. It feels like she's going to come back as a ghost to haunt me.
I think I'm starting to put things together now.
Have you figured something out?
Oh, he's in the player, welcome. Yeah, I need a moment to think through everything. The prosecution wants to implicate Wallace despite his alibi. They wouldn't have a reason to do this unless the evidence heavily implicated him. How does the evidence implicate Wallace? We've learned that Wallace is a necromancer, and he's the only person at the academy that's capable of high-level necromancy. Uh-huh.
Oh
What
boy.
if...
Magical trace of necromancy was found on the body. There's a trace of necromancy on the body.
That means that they think Wallace used one of his necromancy spells.
Thank you for the hydrate, Sylvia.
Even without seeing the traces, it's pretty obvious that magic was used on the body.
Right. There aren't any wounds on it. And the autopsy report found no signs of poison or disease. Which spell do they think Wallace used? If I know Prosecutor Tyrion, she probably already has a theory on which spell he might have used. The prosecution will probably argue that Wallace used one of his spells to kill Belvedere. Oh, I can't review the thing over here?
Light, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it must be the only one that, yeah.
Wait,
But
I
still,
think that's the kill you instantly spell.
yeah. Probably say that he used necrotic blight.
That makes sense. Necrotic blight would have drained the life force from her body.
But that's where the contradiction lies. Let's suppose that Wallace did kill Bellwether using necrotic blight. There's something at the crime scene that wouldn't be there if that were true. What is wrong with the crime scene? There shouldn't be bloods.
Maybe.
It's covered in blood? Or lecture... Was it lecture hall?
Yeah, it was the lecture hall.
Oh, the floor. Okay, yeah. The lecture hall's floor was covered in blood, not the body. Wait.
Okay, now I guess we have to say that it was the body.
Steven will probably argue
Sure.
that Wallace used necrotic blight.
I don't care. Yeah, okay, on the body. So, I guess body was covered in blood's the correct answer.
I guess? Yeah, sure. Necrotic blight is a spell that doesn't inflict any visible wounds. But if that's true, there shouldn't have been any blood at the scene. At the scene, not the... Okay. I'm a little mad now. Sorry?
But then what really happened?
That's the last piece. What? Okay. And if I had to guess, the information we need is being hidden by one of the witnesses who discovered the body.
Valentino.
He's definitely hiding something. Did you notice how she reacted when I asked you to scan the room?
Yeah, she ran away. She didn't even try to be subtle about it.
The way she reacted, I think she may have been trying to hide herself from detect magic, which can only mean that there is a magical trace on her.
I wonder what she's trying to hide.
There's only one way to find out. The next time you see her, can you cast detect magic from afar and scan her?
Alright. It's been a while since we talked to her. Valerie also mentioned that they still had work to do today. She might be back in the Academy's kitchen now.
I suppose then, let's go.
Let's go. Those two are finally gone. We finally get some cleaning done.
We approached the kitchen from afar, making sure that Valentina wouldn't spot us. We were pretty far away, but Celeste had the eyes of a hawk. Must have been a skill she picked up from her days as a mercenary. There she is, Celeste.
Right.
Just shout that incantation like you always do.
I know that. Tyrion or Paul. What the?
What is it?
There's a trace of magic on her.
No
Well, yes,
way!
that is what we expected to happen. That's why we're here. We were expecting to find that.
I knew it. Which school of magic is it? Illusory? Oh,
It's necromancy. There's a trace of necromancy on her.
What?
She gonna be okay? What if the real killer cursed her or something?
She wasn't sure how this fit with everything, but if she was in danger, we were obligated to tell her. For now, let's talk to her and see if she saw who casted that spell on her. If all else fails, we can confront her with the evidence we have.
Oh, it's you two again. They're back? Okay, just relax. I just need to repeat what I told them.
Fortunately for her, she had far more troubling matters to worry about.
Bullying her.
Miss Janus, there appears to be traces of necromancy on Belweder's body.
That's because that necromancer killed her, right?
That's the thing, if that were true, a lot of the evidence we found doesn't make sense. I think someone else cast a spell on the body. She became even more tense than before. Is it possible that you saw someone use magic on Belweder?
No, definitely not. Calm down. There's no way they know.
Her thoughts were an open book now. If I beat her in an argument, her thoughts might show me what she's hiding.
Oh boy, argument all caps. Let's go. Oh, we got the full psychological profile. We're still prepared.
Yeah, Valentina clearly knew more than she was letting on. She found the body alongside her sister, and she reacted strangely when I mentioned someone may have used magic on the body. What was she hiding? Janus, from the very beginning, I felt like you've been hiding something from us. There's something that you're not telling us about.
What are you talking about?
No conscience? Oh, I think that's you.
My conscience is clear. My testimony was fine. I've told you and the knights everything I know. I've got nothing to hide.
Oh, this again, right.
Do we want to look at her psychological profile?
Janus is extremely on edge due to some aspect of the investigation. Whatever reason, she's hiding something that occurred with her. Yeah. It's clear that she fears the repercussions of what happened, but she may respond to even worse threats. Huh.
So, anything that isn't threatening her, I guess.
Oh, the emotions contradict her claim, because she's afraid.
Yep.
And it's clear to anyone how nervous you are. I can practically see the fear you funny. I can practically see the fear you're emanating right now. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's clear that you're hiding something from us. Just tell us the truth.
Let's say I were hiding something. Which I'm not, by the way. I don't have to tell you anything. Why should I tell you anything? You're not even with those knights. Well, let's not threaten.
You have nothing to lose by telling us what happened. I know that you're not the murderer, and I'll make sure you're protected. My client is innocent. By withholding your testimony, you're condemning him to a wrongful conviction. You are giving your statement to the Inquisition. If the truth comes out, what do you think they will do when they realize you lied to them? I think that's the one.
No, so she may respond to even worse threats. Yeah, okay, no, you're right.
You are already giving your statements to the Inquisition. If the truth comes out, what do you think they will do when they realize you lied to them? So, who are you protecting, Miss Janus?
You talk in the game, but but I bet you can't actually prove anything, can you? You keep trying to say that I'm lying to protect someone. I don't know anyone who can use magic. I don't even know any mages. And I definitely didn't see anyone use magic on the bot.
Might be because of the current Deltarune talk, but this looks like the Undertale dating scene. Yeah, a little bit, sure. But yeah, that is definitely been getting what was boss baby vibes. Sure. Um, situation. Uh, wait, that's
Right?
not him. Yeah. Um,
Because the claim is we don't know anyone who can use magic, so we have to present a people.
what? I guess Bellwether herself.
I mean, no, because
That is someone she
well,
knows, but yeah. Lower
doesn't really.
Nuts.
Hmm.
Oh, did they know each other? I don't think so.
I don't know.
No, no. Huh.
Maybe it is just Bellwether. Because objectively, she does know Bellwether. I don't.
I'm gonna try. Miss Janus, you know someone capable of casting magic. And this proves it. That doesn't prove anything. Okay. Was the right piece of evidence she
Maybe
presents.
it. Okay, I guess it's evidence, not person.
Huh. Maps. Foul. Smell. Okay, no.
Maybe just straight up the trace of magic on her?
Maybe. Yeah. I guess that's the only thing, right? You can't hide the truth from us, Miss Janus.
What? How do they know?
How that you never even seen a necromancy spell before? If that were true, why is there a trace of necromancy on you?
What? There's a trace of necromancy on me?
She seemed to be genuinely surprised about that. Was she unaware that a spell was cast on her? No, if she didn't know, she wouldn't have avoided Celeste back then. There had to be an explanation for that. I okay, so maybe the previous one was an illusion and this is the real one, or something like that. Maybe. That seemed a
Who
bit
knows?
more weird. Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that in the player. Also, hello, Yuri. Yeah, music still goes crazy. But let's present
It
this to
seems like
her.
a great moment to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, we did this one.
Oh wait,
Okay.
we did this one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think we missed just the other guy, or maybe we actually did last time. I'm not sure. Uh,
Who knows? Who
oh,
knows? Well, back to talking, I guess, right?
yeah.
'Cause I assume that unlocked more dialogue.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, we could go back there and check. And let's just go
I
there
guess.
real quick. It's an excellent time to actually do that.
Mhm.
Right in the middle of that superb revelation, and just make sure
Mhm.
for completion's sake. What's that thing? Is it a rock? It's an attorney's runestone. It proves that I'm a certified attorney. It's fitted with artificially. I can use it to take pictures of evidence and crime scenes. Yeah. Oh, so let me step off there for a second. Yeah. Okay, now we are back to the picture. Yeah. Necromancy on you. Okay.
This is crazy. Why is there a trace of necromancy on me? Is that going to curse me? Am I going to become a zombie?
Strange. She seemed genuinely worried. Was she really unaware that a spell was cast on her? No, she wouldn't know even Celeste was going to scan the crime scene for magical traces. Why doesn't Valentina know that that the spell was necromancy? She knew that someone used magic on her, but she didn't know that the spell cast on her was necromancy. Huh.
What if...
I mean, probably the spell cast healed her, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But okay, I was going to say, how do we know that it's during the murder? But no, it's on Valentina. Okay. Calm down, Miss Janus. Not all necromancy spells relate to the undead. Healing spells are also from the school of necromancy.
Healing spells. Oh, it was from that time she healed that cut.
Really? I see. Someone
Interesting.
healed a cut on her? Was that a major? Was that major student here?
Sorry, I just remembered that there's something else I have to do. I'll be right back.
Before we could
She
say
will not be
anything,
right back.
yeah, she quickly walked out of the room. She seemed to really want to avoid talking about that mage, but why was that?
Hey, we're not done talking to you. You want me to just catch her? Pretty sure she can't outrun me.
The physician is still patrolling the surrounding areas. They'll probably intervene if we started chasing one of the witnesses.
But we weren't able to learn anything.
Actually, I did learn one thing. She has a friend who casts a healing spell on her.
Really? How did you figure that out?
Good detective reasoning.
Well, healing magic is also a form of necromancy, right? I guess that explains why there are magical traces on her. It's a good thing a necromancer isn't actually trying to kill her.
Wait a minute. Why were there traces of necromancy on Belwether's body? Oh.
What if...
That's it?
What?
This whole time, we've been wondering why there were traces of necromancy on the body. It was because someone attacked Belwether with a necromancy spell. It was because someone used a necromancy spell to try to heal her.
Oh, I get it. It doesn't matter what type of necromancy spell someone uses. Traces from the same school of magic look exactly the same to me. Yeah, so then she was healed after getting like stabbed or whatever that made her bleed, and then that got rid of all the injuries because she was already dead. She was still dead, and that's why it looks like she was killed by necromancy. I see.
Yeah, it's not just that. The body clearly bled at some point. Why was there blood despite there being no wounds on the body? Yeah, the healing spell closed the wounds on Belwether's body. What will happen if someone used a healing spell on an injured corpse?
It would close all of the body's wounds.
In other words, Sumari, it would remove any cuts or bruises.
So that's why they couldn't find any. Well, interrogating Valentina may have been a dead end, but at least it helped you figure that out.
So sure there was a dead end.
What makes you say that?
Why would she go to so much trouble to hide those traces on her? It's too coincidental. The wounds on the body were healed by an unknown person, and the person who found the body is hiding the identity of a healing spell cast on her. What if they are the same person? I doubt she'll give us the opportunity to find out for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely on to us.
Done everything we could for now, and we had plenty of evidence to poke holes in the prosecution's case. And if that didn't work, we just have to drag Valentina onto the stand and pull the truth out of her. Clearly knew more than she was letting on, and she wouldn't be able to run in a courtroom.
I'm telling you, that girl used magic to scan me!
Calm down. We don't even know who they are.
Didn't you see them, Val? Those two were unreasonably attractive.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What does that mean?
They have to be nobles or something. College don't look stupid. What are we doing here?
See that? Calm down.
Oh yeah, fucking Valentina does have like pointier shoulder pads.
Yeah.
What if they find out what you did?
I didn't prove anything. The Inquisition already has our alibi. Alibi?
What? What are you talking about in the open? Oh, it's just you, Jan.
What were you two talking about?
We were just talking about those two investigators. They're so weird, right? Like, why are they so attractive? I mean, bisexual swag, I guess, but like that. What the fuck?
Right? Why do you keep mentioning that? That's what I'm saying. Investigators. Oh, you mean that blonde kid and the girl with the sword? They talked to you, didn't they? Yeah, they asked me a bunch of questions. I think they're investigating Bellwether's murder. What did you tell them?
Oh, wait,
Oh.
it's Valentina.
Oh, that was Valentina. Sorry. Yeah, I saw on the right side and automatically went for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. It's easy to get them mixed up.
Oh, not much. I saw Bellwether a bit before you two found the body, so they wanted to know if I saw anything.
Did you see me?
No idea. I just told them about how she helped me before you two discovered the body. After that, the guy just kept going on and on about getting to the truth and finding the other suspects.
Oh, Lord, I think I'm going to be sick.
I'm really interested when I told them what Bellwether was going to fire us.
What? Why would you tell them about that?
It's not as if it makes any difference, right? With Bellwether gone, I'm pretty sure we'll see a few more paychecks before they fire us. Valentina cursed under her breath.
Not at all. That's probably what they're thinking too.
Are you okay? Don't look so good.
Just go away, Jan. Don't you have work to do?
Don't remind me. By the way, I made you lunch. It's on the front counter in the kitchen. Thanks. You're a lifesaver, Valerie.
They have our motive, Val. They have our motive, and they're going to find out what we did.
You don't know that.
Why did Jan have to go blabbing about Bellwether's plan to those two? And why do you keep making things for him? He doesn't even do anything.
What?
I'm just going to come out and say it. I have to run a 2-person kitchen every meal to feed these pampered kids. He just lazes around and complains about his job.
Tina, he's overworked.
Like hell he's overworked. Every time I see him, he's either napping or barely working.
Have you seen him? Have you been around the campus? Have you ever seen it dirty?
No, but...
He's the only custodian on staff, and the school board won't let the headmaster hire more. He barely has enough time to sleep. Why do you think he's so tired all the time?
Oh, Lord. I'm really sorry,
If I had to deal with nobles, I would also be napping and complaining. I know, right?
Yep.
Oh, movie, we got a question for you in chat.
Oh yeah, no, I can actually recap this time. Viewer has a good panic performance. Is this mad skill or absolute talent? I don't know. I don't usually, like, panic, so... This is not drawing from any real emotions on my part. I could just do that, I guess. Are we really going to be okay?
Everything is going to be fine. We just need to do our best and keep our story straight.
Have you been able to get into the library lately?
No, the knights are patrolling around it.
I was really hoping we could get one last study session for you before they fire us.
Yeah, it's too bad. It was time for the trial, and my heart was thundering against my chest like a drum. Luckily, I'd been reading about some meditative techniques after what happened last time. I just needed to take deep breaths and relax. I breathed in, I breathed out. Everything.
Hi, Tyrion.
Celeste, don't sneak up on me like that.
Are your nerves acting up again? Come on, it's not as if this is your first time defending someone.
It's only a second.
That's right, it's the second.
No, it's just my second time.
Ugh, it's too bad Ruby couldn't make it. I'd say that you should calm down for Wallace's sake, but there are so many people here. And they're all looking at me. Their eyes are prying into me like a pack of flesh-eating maggots. Ew.
You need to calm down. I was just making Wallace more nervous. Don't worry, Wallace. Our investigation revealed a lot of weaknesses in the prosecution's case. We have a strong case for your acquittal, he says.
Me
Like
when
a
I
liar.
lie?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, that was true. I really had nothing to worry about.
See? You can't be nope, that's not right. See? You can be confident when you want to be.
Order!
Oh boy. Scarily
Just
human
now-
judge.
It is now in session for the trial of Wallace Nightgrave. His surname is Nightgrave, I forgot about that. Oh, okay.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is also ready. Very well. Prosecution still in. Could you please list the charges?
Mr. Nightgrave is a second-year student at the Wivengard Imperial Academy. He is charged with first-degree murder, negligent misuse of the arcane arts, and illegal practice of advanced necromancy.
Girl's name is Nightgrave. They are not going to believe him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Necromancy? Do you mean to tell me that the defendant is a necromancer? I can't believe it. A necromancer in this day and age? Localized entirely within this courtroom? How could the kingdom allow this to happen?
Objection!
Your Honor, I would like to remind the court that they are obligated to judge my client objectively. Of course, but one can easily see it from the list of charges. Necromancy plays a large role in the charges.
Indeed, the crime occurred within the academy this afternoon. My call is... Okay. The victim is Catherine Bellwether, a professor at the school. Although there were no witnesses to the crime, traces of necromancy were detected on the body. Furthermore, the autopsy report shows that the body has no physical wounds. Necromancy is the only type of magic that can harm an individual without physically wounding them. Additionally, an alchemist report shows no signs of poison or disease. One could only conclude that a necromancer had committed the crime.
Hey,
As many of you know, the practice of advanced necromancy is outlawed in the Kingdom of Wivengard. Aside from the defendant, no other students had learned advanced necrotic magic. As such, the defendant was the only mage in that building capable of committing the murder.
see, that is certainly compelling evidence.
To properly present our case, the prosecution would like to call Commander Orem White to the stand.
Wallace has the best opportunity to do something really funny, kill a random person in the stands.
He would go to jail, but it would be really funny. Commander White, please testify to the court about the Inquisition's findings.
Yeah. Started when the City Watch got a call from the Imperial Academy. Someone was attacked, and the whole building was put on lockdown. We set up a perimeter around the area and waited for the lockdown system to deactivate. When we finally got into the building, the prosecutor personally inspected the body and detected traces of necromancy on it. There were no cuts or bruises on the body either. The entire body was clean. With those two pieces of evidence, we concluded that it could only be the necromancer kid that did it. The Inquisition's testimony was just as expected. I'd already found and identified the holes in Stewie's case. All I had to do was find that hole in the commander's testimony. Right. You may begin your cross-examination. I guess we have to show the blood. Uh, maybe. Wait. And there were no. The entire body was clean.
Yeah, but like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah,
Maybe. Or we could try pressing first.
Yeah, that is a fair point. How carefully was the body checked? Perhaps the prosecution missed something like a small puncture wound.
The coroner couldn't find even the smallest cut, bruise, or fracture on the body. Furthermore, the alchemist's report showed no signs of poison or disease.
Also, what do they mean by advanced? Like, can you learn it up to a certain point? Yeah, they have in the previous stream we learned that, like, most of the knowledge about those more advanced spells is actually outlawed. So, like, basic healing is still necromancy, but it's not. It's all fine. But then, yeah, some types of spells are just not taught at all.
Which, for the record, if basic healing is fine, like presumably the healing spell that was used is a pretty basic healing spell, if basic healing like that is fine, and advanced necromancy is outlawed, why the fuck is their first guess, oh, she must have been killed with necromancy, rather than, oh, she must have been killed and then healed after, like...
Yeah, that is... yes, but... then you have this kid who does know advanced necromancy. You know?
Yeah.
I suppose if it's like it's right there.
It's easier to put this one guy behind bars than try to figure out every single fucking mage that knows healing magic and which of them was involved and then who actually did it because they just fucking stabbed her or something.
Yeah.
The necromancy spell had obfuscated the post-mortem divination. Spared no expense to verify the cause of death through other means.
That makes sense. If someone had used mend wounds on the body, it would have healed even the most minor of injuries. So, how do I prove that someone healed the body? Then, yeah, I think I was presenting the blood there. Yeah. Objection! There we go. Okay. Commander White. It appears that you have neglected to mention one key detail of the crime scene. Yeah? And what's that? During your testimony, you said that the entire body was clean. I will admit that there weren't any wounds on the body. However, this body was certainly not clean. On the scene of the crime, there was a large pool of blood located where the body was. This blood had to have come from the victim's body, and it was certainly not clean like the commander testified. I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but I fail to see the significance of this. I would like to remind the parts of the prosecution's case against my client. They are accusing him of murdering the victim using necrotic blight, a spell which would have not physically wounded the victim. So why was there any blood at all?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The facts still stand. There were no wounds on the body, nor were there any reports of poison or disease on the autopsy. There are clearly magical elements in this case.
Catherine Bellwether was bleeding profusely at some point. How else would there be a blood stain on the body? Do you have an explanation for that, Mr. Wind?
No, I'll admit that the prosecution doesn't have an explanation for that. And while I do find the circumstances questionable, all other evidence clearly points to the defendant. So tell me, Mr. Cuthbert, if the victim wasn't killed with necromancy, why was there a trace of it on the body?
I'm glad you asked. I'd like to present a spell that could have left a trace of necromancy on the body.
That's like the most obvious shit.
Am I wrong, but isn't that a healing spell? That's correct, Your Honor. Spells from the School of Necromancy can control the forces of death and life. Mend Wounds is, in fact, a necromancy spell. Really now, I was unaware of this. Now, I would like the court to consider the following. What would happen if Bellwether was wounded and someone attempted to heal her using Mend Wounds? All of her wounds would disappear from her body. Let's see. This makes sense.
Objection!
Do you think I'm that incompetent, Mr. Cuthbert?
Yes.
Frankly, I'm a little insulted. The Inquisition is well aware of what happens when a mage attempts to save a victim using mend wounds. The healers that arrived at the scene already confirmed that the victim was long dead. None of them attempted to heal her.
Well, what if someone tried to heal her and didn't report it?
Please, none of the healers would have anything to gain by doing so. In fact, as a necromancer, the defendant could have easily carried out the described scenario. He could have cast mend wounds on the victim after murdering her to confound the investigation.
At the end of the day, the burden of proof was on us. No, not really. Like, the only reason that we are that this guy is being accused is because nobody else could have done it, and we just showed the way that they could have done it. Okay, but if I could prove someone else healed the body, I would sever the only thread linking Wallace to the murder. Whoever this
Yeah,
healer
but a
was,
state's attorney,
yeah,
proving that the victim that we maybe didn't do it isn't good enough. We need to prove someone else did it.
yeah, yeah. Valentina definitely knew her. Your Honor, I will admit that I don't have any evidence to support my theory. However, I do believe we can bring it to light. There may have been two people that witnessed someone cast magic on the body. Valentina and Valerie Yanis, the sisters who discovered the body.
This is nonsense. We already questioned those two witnesses extensively. If they had witnessed something like that, it would have come up in their testimony.
If that's true, then the courts will have nothing to lose by hearing their testimonies.
Very well, if you're so confident, let's hear her testimony.
It seems the prosecution has no objections. If this line of questioning leads nowhere, however, I see no reason to further prolong this trial. Of course, Your Honor.
Oh crap, it's that guy from before. What? He's the sister's lawyer?
She just arrived at the stand and she was already stressed out. That would work
You're
in my
always
favor.
stressed.
Yes.
Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. My name? Witness, there's no need to be so nervous. We merely want to hear about what you saw on the day of the murder. Right. It's just that guy over there, he... Are you talking about Mr. Cuthbert? Did this man harass you, witness?
Wait a minute.
Yeah. He super harassed me.
Mr. Cuthbert, I would expect someone of your profession to behave more professionally. I could hear Celeste snickering under her breath. You're enjoying this far too much. Anyways, please state your name and occupation for the court, Miss Yanis.
Just calm down. He can't prove anything. My name is Valentina Iannis. I'm the head chef at Wyverngard Imperial Academy.
Such a young age.
As I recall, you were one of the witnesses who discovered the body. Apparently, the defense finds your involvement suspect. Rest assured, Miss Iannis, in this courtroom, you will be protected from Mr. Cuthbert's harassment. Now, Please testify to the court on what happened that day. Yeah. I was walking with my sister in the West Wing when we noticed something in a nearby classroom. We looked over to see what it was. That's when we saw Miss Bellwether bleeding on the ground. My sister tried her best to help her, but the professor had already lost a word. When my sister did that, I used an emergency communication device to call for help. But it was too late. By the time her bleeding stopped, she'd already lost too much blood.
Huh.
If your theory is true, that means she just lied in her testimony. She's holding something back.
She definitely saw more than she's letting on. I just need to prove that somehow. Second, you may begin your cross-examination. So first thing that I'm curious about is the emergency communication. I'm gonna press that to see
Yep.
if there is more info about that. Nice.
It's a communication device for use in an emergency.
Wow, I could not have guessed that. Thank
No
you so
fucking
much.
way.
I see. So who did you contact?
I wasn't sure, honestly. Hear a lot of people talking on the other end. That particular device broadcasts to the headmaster's office and the City Watch barracks. I imagine that's why the headmaster was able to activate the lockdown so quickly.
I see. Okay, so we clearly saw her as she was bleeding, actively bleeding. So she had a wound. How? I think I'm pressing both of these statements to see if there's anything more clear to present on. She tried to help her? Yes. How exactly did your sister try to help Miss Bellwether?
What? I slipped up. My sister used first aid to try to stop the bleeding.
So the sister knows magic. Hey, could you please add that detail to your testimony?
Yeah, sure.
She used first aid and applied pressure to her wound to stop the bleeding. Okay, so now...
And then we present the autopsy report about how there's no fucking wound.
Yeah,
Perhaps? A
what
for
the
autopsy,
fuck?
I think.
Yeah, thank you. Yep.
Objection!
Witness? What is the meaning of this?
Okay, it's a little funny that he says the objection and she... Yeah.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Maybe I can elaborate, Miss Yanis. You were present at the gallery earlier, were you?
No, I was waiting in the lobby. Lady Steelwind told me to wait there.
I consider myself lucky. This wouldn't have been nearly as easy if Valentina had seen my cross-examination of our... Isn't that Ari?
Yeah, they misspelled it. Worm.
Okay, sure. You see, Miss Janus, one key element of the case is that the body didn't have any wounds on it.
Yeah, so?
So, that begs the following question. How did Valerie apply first aid when there shouldn't have been any wounds on the body?
What? No, did I stop? I saw what happened. I...
There's clearly something amiss here, but I'm afraid I don't fully understand the implications of this. Are you accusing the witness of committing perjury, Mr. Cuthbert? When someone lies, they kept it as close to the truth as possible. Huh? Well, change minute details. Why is it saying this in the past? Feels like it should say when someone lies, they keep it as close.
Yeah, not sure why this is past.
In her thoughts, Valentina said that she was sure she saw a wound on Bellwether. She also mentioned that Valerie was the one who tried to save the professor. I knew that someone had cast healing magic on the body. That was why the wounds had disappeared. If the wounds disappeared after the twins discovered the body, that could only mean one thing. The witness was lying, Yana, but not about everything. Valerie Janus did try to save the victim's life by addressing her wounds, but she didn't use first aid, she used magic.
How did she figure it out? The witness stand looks so dumb.
Yeah. I feel like with White earlier it wasn't obvious at all. With her it's still a little
Yeah.
less obvious than it was with the previous guy.
Yeah, it was Garrick. Like, extremely obvious.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but your theory is completely flawed.
How so, Stewart?
Well, it's quite simple. We've already verified that neither of the sisters is a maid.
What? Wait, how can you be so sure?
During the investigation, we had both the Aeana sisters attuned to a spell compendium. It's standard procedure for the Inquisition when interviewing witnesses.
Then that means...
Neither of the Aeana sisters could attune to a compendium.
Wasn't...
That's right. The Inquisition checked us both. The Inquisition just checked Valentina twice. That's my guess. Valentina pretended to be Valerie and they just checked it twice.
That would be hilarious. I'm trying to remember what they said about attuning to compendiums. If they already have a compendium, can you still attune to another one?
I don't think that would have to be the case because otherwise that standard procedure wouldn't prove shit because most mages would already have compendiums.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that must be the case. But I remember something about... Once you do something, you can't do it again or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's you. Did you read that?
Yep, I read it.
Okay.
We're not mages. That was close.
Was I wrong about Valerie being a mage? No, couldn't be right. It's the children who are wrong. Her thought said, how did he figure it out? That meant that I was on the right track. Valerie had to be the mage I was looking for. Celeste, is it possible for a mage to hold a spell compendium and avoid attuning to it?
No, it just needs to be on their person. When I was arrested, the Inquisition also made me attune to one of their spell compendiums. They were really careful to make sure that I did the attunement correctly. There's no way a mage could avoid it with them watching you.
Right. Commander White may have been negligent sometimes, but even he wasn't that careless.
Now, if you're done, I do believe that you've exhausted all your options.
Wait, I'm still not done cross-examining this witness.
What could you possibly hope to glean from her testimony?
Valentina was stressed out enough to say her thoughts, but I couldn't exactly say that I was planning to read her mind. And at this point, I felt that I was already testing the judge's patience. But there is one key element of her testimony that the court is overlooking. I have a right as an attorney to complete my cross-examination.
Your Honor, the defense is clearly trying to buy time.
I might be compelled to agree with you. However, I also admit that some elements of the witness's testimony are quite peculiar. I will allow the defense to continue their cross-examination. That was close. That this is your last chance, Mr. Cuthbert. If you produce nothing substantial with your questioning, I will pass my verdict. Of course, Your Honor. Alright, it was all or nothing. If I couldn't find anything by reading her mind, this whole case was finished.
Witness, please give your testimony once more. Okay. How long does he plan to keep me up here? As I said, my sister and I saw Miss Bellwether bleeding on the ground. We rushed over to her. I was definitely surprised when I saw her like that. Now that you mention it, I don't know if I saw any wounds on her, but I definitely saw blood. I can't go back on that now. I just need to play dumb. My sister tried to save her, but she didn't use any magic. Valerie, you're too kind-hearted. We're not mages. Both of us held that book the knights gave us. I was caught off guard when they asked us. They almost found us out.
Right.
Yeah, that's all right. The commander was watching us the whole time. He can confirm it. It's a good thing that we're twins, or else that trick wouldn't have worked.
So silly.
What are we going to do? They've pretty hard proof that Valerie isn't a mage.
Valerie is the mage we are looking for. I'm sure of it. I'm just not sure why they felt the need to lie to the Inquisition. And more importantly, how did they trick the Inquisition? I think we might be pressing. Let's see.
Do we want to... There's interpret? What is that?
Yeah.
I would think the last
Yeah.
one's probably interpret, right?
Yeah. I completely forgot about that. I did like subconsciously realize that there was another UI element over here, but
Objection!
what?
Oh,
That is an automatic
wait.
objection. But okay. Miss Janus, your thoughts betray you.
What?
What a sentence
That
to
is the
say in a
thing to
courtroom.
say. Yep.
I found the thoughts. They must have done something to trick Orion, but what? It must have happened when he was interrogating them.
Autumn collected the statement.
How are they holding up? I imagine they'll be rattled after discovering your body.
What he said was extremely tense, but I suppose that's to be expected. He told me that they couldn't sit still. He found it quite difficult to take their statements because of that.
They couldn't sit still. That implied that they were moving somehow. She also thought it was a good thing that they were so. Wait, are you going?
Keep walking back and forth?
Are you going to tell me that the trick was not even involving like going to a separate room and coming back? It was just them moving around and doing like a magical chair dance thing?
That would be really fucking funny.
How did the twins trick the Inquisition? This means that their so-called trick wouldn't have worked otherwise.
What if...
Switch places with... Once they switch places. Valentina attuned to the first spell companion, and she pretended to be Valerie to attune to the second one. They even wear the same uniform. No wonder Commander White couldn't tell the difference between them. Miss Janus, there is something I want to confirm. During the investigation, both you and Valerie attuned to a spell companion.
Yeah, that night watched us do it.
And how did they have you do this? Did you both attune to those companions at the same time? Or did you attune one after the other? One after another?
What? I fail to see how that makes any difference, Mr. Cuthbert.
Yes, I agree. These companions would work regardless of what outlet they went in. You may not be aware of this, Your Honor, but Valentina and Valerianus are identical twins, which means their physical appearances are nearly identical to each other. They also work in the same kitchen, which means that they must have been wearing the same uniform during questioning. If Commander White didn't have them attuned at the same time, what would stop the twins from switching places with each other?
This is clearly nothing but baseless conjecture. Orm wouldn't fail at such a basic task.
Really, Prosecutor Stillman? Do you find it hard to believe that Commander White would fail at a task like this?
Even so, the gift of magic is inherited through bloodlines.
But it's just bullying.
They're being so mean to him. God damn it. For a pair of genetically identical twins, it would be impossible for one twin to be a mage while the other is not.
Couldn't like Valentina just not learn any spells? Like, wouldn't the result be the same with the attunement being blank?
I have no idea. I do not fucking know how these things work.
Has that been proven, students? Because as far as I'm concerned, that is baseless conjecture.
Oh, wait a minute! This is crazy! We didn't trick the Inquisition! I keep telling you, my sister made it!
Prove it, Miss Janus. Bring in your sister, and we'll have you attuned to 2 spell companions at the same time.
No! It's really funny that her sprite stand is the friendly one when that's not the fucking sprite she's doing. Like, fucking
How in
throwing
their
her
cart?
camera suddenly.
She's so cheery. It's clear that we won't get anywhere unless we test the defense's fury. Bailiff, escort Valerianus to the stand and bring 2 unattuned spell companions. Yeah, Arya's objection animation is really good.
Yeah, no, it's very fun. They've both had their hands on those compendiums for the last 10 minutes. There's no way they can fake it in front of this many people.
Alright, it was the moment of truth. I could only hope that my fury was correct.
No, did he seriously?
What is it, prosecutor student?
What I see is the commander seeking new employment in the future. It appears that the defense was correct. Valentina Ianus isn't a mage, but Valerie Ianus is. What's more, Valerie Ianus' compendium contains the Mend Wound spell. Makes the defense's theory entirely plausible.
Just allow me to explain.
It should allow you to explain what exactly. You're an unregistered mage, and you and your sister have made a mess of the investigation and this trial.
How would you know what it's like, lady student?
What?
You think we don't know who you are? You're not like us. You don't have to hide. But it's okay. This whole situation has gotten out of hand. I didn't think hiding would cause so much trouble, and I won't let someone go to prison because of me, even if he is a necromancer. Please let me testify about what I saw. I'll tell all of you what really happened that day. Your Honor, I believe we may all benefit from hearing Miss Yano's testimony. Very well. Understand there will be repercussions for your actions, witness. I know. Sister and I were walking in the hallway from the kitchen to the west side exit. That's when I suddenly spotted the professor lying in a pool of blood in a nearby classroom. Valentina used a communication device to call for help, while I tried to save her. I saw that she was bleeding, so I cast mend wounds on her to close her wounds. But it was too late. I closed the hole in her chest, but she was already dead. There was a hole in her chest. Your Honor, as you can clearly see from the witness's testimony, the trace of necromancy was left by the witness, not my client. What's more, it's clear that there was a physical wound on the body. I see. Well, his words trailed off. He clearly didn't want to pass a verdict with no clear culprits. But he had no choice. The case against Wallace was predicated on Bellwether being killed by necrotic blight. With Valerie's testimony, the prosecution didn't have a shred of evidence implicating him.
Well, that was easy.
Very well. The court sees no reason to prolong this trial. With these new developments, the court has no choice but to find Wallace Nightgrave.
Objection!
Yep, there it is. Vine boom. I believe the court is ignoring one key detail of the witness's testimony.
What would that be, Miss Tillman?
Let's re-examine the witness's testimony.
Valentina used a communication device to call for help while I tried to save her. So that she was bleeding, so I cast many wounds on her to close her wounds, but it was too late. I closed the hole in her chest, but she was already dead.
The communication device that Valentina Yanis used logs the time of day for the communication device that can you go to text log again? The communication device that Valentina Yanis used logs the time of day during each use. From this log, we know that Valentina used this device at 3:04 p.m. This was an hour after the time of death.
Where are you going with this?
Miss Cuthbert, there was a victim who saw the. There was a witness who saw the victim before the body was found, Jan Hughes. He, along with another witness, spotted Bellwether walking in the hallways before the body was found.
I was cleaning the house. Bellwether knocked over a vase. There were shards and dirt everywhere. Wait, you saw the professor before the twins arrived? Yeah, like I said, she broke the vase right in this hallway. So already 20 to 30 minutes before the twins found the body.
20 to 30 minutes before the body was found. Do you see the discrepancy, Mr. Cuthbert?
That couldn't be right. Bellwether died more than an hour before the body was found. So how did John see her half an hour after her death?
Some bullshit. Some magic shit. I wonder, Mr. Cuthbert. How could one make a dead body move and walk around?
No.
We didn't just arrest the defendant based on those traces of necromancy. We arrested him because only one person in that school could have animated her corpse.
Wait, did we find the Imperial Academy? How reprehensible.
Objection!
That's ridiculous. She had a hole in her chest when the twins found her. Young Hughes would have noticed that.
Animate corpse stops the flow of blood, so she wouldn't have tracked blood anywhere.
You know something that I didn't realize I have been missing as an inspiration for my attorney? I don't think any of the names so far have been puns.
Yeah. No, I think they've just kind of been names.
Yeah, that is a little upsetting, but that's fine.
Yep. The defendant is also proficient with illusion magic. He could have easily used an illusion spell to hide the undead Bellwether.
Other parties could have easily used that illusion magic to disguise themselves as the victim.
If that were true, how did they move the body to the classroom?
I mean, if your theory is true, it would mean that the murder occurred elsewhere. This issue happened to know where.
Regrettably, we do not.
Then the prosecution's case against my client is still faulty. You can't convict my client without more evidence. I must agree with Mr. Cuthbert. These new developments, the court sees it fit to suspend the trial for the time being. We will give the Inquisition time to investigate these unknowns. Court proceedings for this case will resume tomorrow morning. Court is adjourned.
Hey, are you feeling okay?
The body was seen moving around an hour after that. It clearly wasn't Bellwether, or at the very least, she wasn't alive when John ran into her. So, what was it?
Tyrion?
Tyrion was right about one thing. There was illusion magic involved. But which spell was it? Could it have been illusory disguise?
Tyrion!
What?
You've been pacing around the lobby since the trial ended.
Sorry, I was just thinking about Steven's theory.
It's a little creepy when you think about it. Do you really think someone turned the professor into an undead?
I don't think so. The prosecution's case is hinged on one key point, that Wallace was the only high-level necromancer nearby. We have to assume that he's the only person capable of using that type of magic.
Then how was she walking around?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It's a given that Wallace didn't animate the body. No matter what they did, someone had to have used an illusion.
Aren't there spells that can create freestanding illusions, not just disguises?
I honestly don't know. You need to talk to someone who knows about that type of magic. Didn't Ari say that she was studying illusion magic? She might be able to give us a lead.
Is that really a good idea?
What do you mean?
What if she's the one who created the illusion?
What? I was detecting fear from her again. Celeste, are you afraid of fairies?
What? No!
I saw it this morning too. You always get really anxious whenever she's around.
Oh, I didn't mean to be so obvious about it.
What's wrong?
Sorry, it's not based on anything real, but... How do I explain this? You already know that I was working as a mercenary before this. When you do that kind of work, you build up an instinct to sense danger. You kind of have to if you want to stay alive.
Sorry, I never knew.
Tyrion, I fought literal monsters and barely escaped with my life. But when I'm near Eris, none of those creatures even come close. I get this feeling. It's like I'm in front of a predator that I couldn't ever hope to beat.
Get this feeling. Somebody's watching me.
Every instinct I have tells me to run whenever she's close by.
Really? But she doesn't seem that dangerous. Just a little mischievous.
I know. I think maybe I'm just anxious or something. I should know I should know better than anyone not to judge people by how they look.
Hmm.
Sorry, forget I said anything. If you think we should talk to her, then we should do that.
Last instincts had never steered me wrong before. She had always been reliable, and if Aris was making her feel this way, that must have meant something. But that's all the more reason for us to talk to her. But aside from that, there was also something else that the prosecutor said. We don't need
Mr.
to.
Cuthbert, there was a witness who saw the victim before the body was found, Dan Hughes. He, along with another witness, spotted Bellwether walking in the hallways before the body was found.
There was another witness who saw Bellwether walking around.
Right. Jan probably isn't the most reliable witness.
He's probably only half awake when he saw her.
But do you think Steelwind will tell us who that witness was?
We still have to deal with her. We won't lose anything by asking.
Honestly, that's still bothering me.
Alice,
How is she so interested in who my biological parents are? It's none of her business.
was strange. She traded information about the investigation for it too. Maybe she thinks you're her long-lost sister.
Oh, I never even thought of that. I don't know. Wouldn't that mean I'm the daughter of Lucio Steelwind? I think my dad would have thrown a fit if he hadn't heard that.
You are pretty good at fighting.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I guess I like Arya, and I've always wished I had a sister. But I don't want to think about this now.
Maybe you can ask her when you're at the brunch. You strong-armed her into.
Oh, I almost forgot. I can't believe I'm going to meet Alferus Duskweaver.
Anyways, we still had a long investigation ahead of us. And we'll need to start by talking to Steven about that witness. That seems like a good stop to take a break.
Yeah. A little bit earlier than
Let's-
usual, but
Yeah,
it makes
it,
sense.
it won't really. Another one could take a long time to come back.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay, we'll be right back. I gotta go because of school, but enjoy the stream. Oh, thank you very much for your Yuri. Uh,
Yep.
have good luck on the school.
Bye bye, Lee. Have the hope you do good at school.
See you later. And we're back.
Yippee!
Wait, is it recording?
I'm not seeing the. Oh, there it is. Okay. Val, you're back. Where's the produce for tonight's dinner?
Well, because it said, uh, the grocers all said someone had already collected the deliveries. Do you think someone stole them?
I bet word about the trial has gotten out already. Definitely not going to sell to us anymore. That dumb attorney just had to go and ruin everything.
I don't know. I was watching the trial. Do you really think that boy killed Catherine?
Of course he did! He's a necromancer, for crying out loud!
What they said was true. I'm one too.
You know that's not the same thing. You only use healing magic. Come on. Help me prep some of the leftover meat. I bet we can still make some soup out of it.
I hate this.
Yeah, I know. The students are totally going to complain about it.
No, I hate magic.
Sure, whatever, Val.
Oh shit, not like that. Uh, I would say that I do find it interesting that how they closely tie necromancy and healing. I don't remember seeing that done before.
It was interesting.
Like they are seen as opposites, but I would be interested in seeing more that done more. Okay.
Yep,
What?
graveyard. Tyrion? What are we doing here?
I'm not sure. For some reason, I felt drawn to this place. I was supposed to make my way back to the academy, but I suddenly found myself here. It was strange, but I couldn't even remember how it arrived here.
Wait, is that Eris?
She manipulating our minds or something.
Normal, non-suspicious Eris, don't worry about it.
Celeste pointed further into the cemetery. Eris was standing there in front of a gravestone. I almost forgot about all the weird changing the text box bullshit from the last stream.
Yep.
She was placing flowers on it and appeared to be chanting a short prayer.
Well, we found her.
We should probably talk to her later. It would be rude to disturb her now. As we were about to leave, Erin suddenly turned to face us. She was far away, but she'd clearly noticed us and was beckoning us over. Oh, hello there. Were you two looking for me? Sorry, we were looking for you, but we understand if you'd rather talk later. Oh, I was just finishing up here. Did you have something you wanted to talk to me about? Sorry about the noise. Well, we wanted to ask you some questions about the case. Okay. That was my first time watching a court trial. You are truly remarkable. Thank you. Were you in the gallery? I've always enjoyed watching physical battles in the theater. But you see now that the battles of wits can be just as entertaining to watch. Entertaining?
Yeah, I know what you mean. See, the odds are stacked against him, but then he suddenly pulls out this crazy deduction that takes the whole trial back.
I've never really thought of it like that. It's far more entertaining to be the one making the deductions. I'm not really sure what you mean. I practice law so that I can help those persecuted by the justice system. I don't really do it to entertain myself. But is that really true? Don't you find the experience even the least bit entertaining to you? I wouldn't put it that way. You are far too modest. You save people from the clutches of death. To your clients, it may Might as well be a knight in shining armor. Earlier, you said that you were studying illusion magic. Yet, did you want to ask me about the persecution theory? Yes, actually. How did you know? Disguising an undead with an illusion is definitely impossible. As Lady Stewart said, illusory disguise would be the best spell to use for that. What if someone created a freestanding illusion? You know that Wallace didn't animate or and disguise the professor's corpse. So, what if the illusion wasn't disguising anything? Maybe someone created a freestanding illusion of Bellwether walking around? For something like that, one would probably use major illusion. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can't be physically touched, so the bump would not work. Yeah. Hmm.
What is it?
I don't think major illusion is what we are looking for. To remember what Jan said. Spinning a mess in the hallways. Bellwether knocked over a vase, and there were shards and dirt everywhere. If the Bellwether that Jan saw was a major illusion, then she couldn't have knocked over the vase. Illusions created by that spell don't have any mess. You see, how perceptive of you.
Aren't there any other illusion spells that have math?
No. All non-illusion spells in my vanguard can only recreate visual and auditory sensations. None of the spells can create something like that someone can touch.
So that means someone disguised something to make it look like Bellwether.
Why the look of suspicion, Celeste?
Sorry, I wasn't.
Calm yourself. I was only joking. I don't blame you for considering every possibility. In fact, I'm flattered that you think I'm capable of pulling off such an elaborate ruse. Anyways, this does tell us one important thing. What's that? The Bellwether that Jan saw had a physical mask to it. It wasn't a freestanding illusion, it was someone disguised as her. It's quite a shame, isn't it? Iris looked pensively towards the gravestone. The name on the stone said Emily Grant, and her lifetime appears to have been awfully short. She must have only been 12 years old when she died. Sorry for interrupting you. Was she someone you knew? I'm actually here on Wallace's behalf.
Wallace knew her?
Wallace joined the Academy as part of a program run by Headmaster Redmond. At the time, the headmaster was reaching out to mages among the common folk. He had started a program to admit them to the Academy through a scholarship program. Both Emily and Wallace were among those mages.
Wow, that must have been an amazing opportunity to them.
I give that too fast, but thank you for catching it. The truth is, neither of them actually cared about learning magic. The real problem was that Emily had a deadly illness. She and Wallace were poor orphans, and they obviously didn't have the resources to treat it. But if they enrolled in the academy would be obligated to give her medical treatment. The Imperial Academy teaches the best mages in the kingdom. They thought that curing her illness would be an easy task for the Academy's healers. But they were mistaken, I'm afraid. I'm sure you noticed by now, but healing spells can only treat wounds. They can't cure illnesses. Emily's condition only got worse over the years, and eventually she succumbed to her illness. Wallace was furious. He didn't understand why the kingdom was outlawing magic that could save lives. That's why he decided to learn it himself. Yes, the headmaster was inspired by Wallace's resolve. He gave him access to the Academy's forbidden tomes of necromancy. And with the headmaster's guidance, Wallace learned the spells that he knows today.
So that's why.
It was supposed to say a secret between him and the headmaster. I'm sure you know how that turned out. What changed that? Oh, I see now. Oh.
It was evil for a second.
Yeah. 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 And that's it. What?
Do we have anything to present?
Wow.
Well, of course the
Seriously?
badge.
You're showing me the badge now? Badge? It's an attorney rulestone. Of course, don't get them
She knows
confused.
Ace Attorney.
We're really threading the line, aren't we? Are you going to make a habit of showing this thing to everyone you meet? I just
She
think
knows
it's
Ace
neat.
Attorney. She's played it.
Yeah. She knows this is nearly copyright infringement. She's worried about the franchise.
Yep.
Hmm. Is there anything else to present? I don't think so. Yeah, I guess let's go explore. Yeah, top down. Let's see if anything new is happening. Oh, this does have different. Oh no, not fines. Okay, no, never mind. Imagine things. Everything.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Cuthbert.
Stillwind? What are you doing here? I once again came across Stillwind. Like yesterday, he was the only one in the room. But was she seriously carrying out the investigation alone here? Searching the classroom was one thing, but searching the entire library seemed a little ridiculous.
After what happened at the trial yesterday, I decided it would be best to start my investigation here.
I was first in the library for the entire morning. If he was insistent that he did it, this would probably be the best place.
Actually, since I have you here, have you seen Eris Ilmater anywhere? It's my understanding that you're both acquainted with each other.
Yes. What do you want with her?
It's not for anything serious, mind you. It's just that oaf of a commander lost her spell compendium. Now we need her to produce another one for our records. If you see her, please let her know that we'd like to speak to her.
Earlier in the cemetery nearby, but I have no idea where she is now.
Once again, I have to compensate for that idiot's mistakes.
Anyways, I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the case.
Very well. I suppose I still need to deal from earlier.
Have you had any luck finding the scene of the crime?
Unfortunately, I haven't. From the witnesses' testimonies, we have a rough idea of the route Bellwether took. But none of the rooms we've checked have any sign of a struggle. Why are you so sure that a struggle happened? I'm mainly basing that off the Yana sister's testimonies. Valerie, in particular, noticed that the bleeding came from a wound in her chest. Regrettably, the body's wounds were mended. We can't determine what kind of weapon the murderer used.
In the trial, you mentioned that another witness saw Bellwether walking around yesterday. Who is this person and why haven't they been called to testify?
I'm sorry, but I can't tell you that.
Stillwind's posture tightened. Something was making her uneasy. You've been pretty transparent with your investigation so far.
I have no obligation to justify myself to you. Nor do I have an obligation to help the opposition.
Yeah, but you? The information doesn't exactly seem fair to us.
I believe I've given you plenty of information already. So regardless of what I said before, the answer is still no. Her family is dangerous.
It is... Like, we just talked about Eris, and now we're talking about the secret witness. Is it really that obvious?
Who knows?
Okay. The Eye of Horus caught a stray thought from her family is dangerous? What does she mean by that? Is there something about this witness's family that you worried about?
No, this could be a feint. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try harder than that if you want to bluff me.
She go to such lengths to hide one witness's identity. She was perfectly fine with revealing elements of the investigation yesterday. Maybe I needed to try looking somewhere else. Ah, okay.
Oh, we got to build up a side.
Okay, okay, we'll never win here, don't we?
Who knew?
We spent some time wandering through the academy. That's when we overheard a conversation from a nearby room. We want to understand. Miss Sewin has already moved the investigation elsewhere. How long must I wait before I can retrieve my things? Sorry, old timer. Orders are orders. Nothing comes in or out till this case is over and done with. Commander White, and the headmaster too. Oh, hello, Mr. Cuthbert. Hey, kid. In any case, there are other matters I must attend to. Please inform me when I can reclaim my things. Sure thing. It looked like Commander White was standing guard in front of this locker room. It didn't look like he's conducting any sort of investigation. Was he here on Sewin's orders? He might be able to tell us who the secret witness was. What must I talking to you about? We have some items stored in one of the faculty lockers. Problem is, Sewin said no one gets in or out of this room. Except for her and you two, I guess. She won't even let the other knights in here. Really? Is that normal? Nope. But things rarely are when she's calling the shots. I just go with it. Why would she give me access? Why would she give me access to the crime scene if she wasn't even letting the knights in? I don't know what her deal is, but she's been acting strange lately. She's been really paranoid, that girl. Frankly, I can't tell what's going through her head. You mentioned that the prosecutor has been paranoid lately. Do you think it has something to do with the case? Nah, it started way before that. Lately, she's been using the Inquisition to investigate a lot of non-magical homicides. Once, wouldn't it be easier to work with the relevant law enforcement for that? I don't know why, but she's convinced that these cases have magic involved. Every time we scan one of those crime scenes, nothing turns up. I gotta say though, if it weren't for the scans, I might actually agree with her. Why do you say that? Those homicides, I haven't seen anything like them. They are probably one of the most screwed up cases I've ever handled, and I've seen some things. For one of those cases, we had ourselves a disgruntled spouse. She found out that her man was going around town with a barkeep, if you catch my meaning. That is a way to say that, sure. Wait, what do you? Oh, fine. They were making the beast with 2 bags. What? He was 2-timing her. I don't know this lingo, Aaron.
Tyrion, you might be dumb. Oh my god, he was a married man having sex with another woman, Tyrion.
Oh, okay. Anyways, you know what the spouse does? She stalks the poor woman. She started leaving threatening notes all around where she worked. The barkeep told the city watch all about what was happening, but no matter how much they staked out the tavern, they could never catch her. Then one day, the barkeep arrives home. Little did she know, the spouse was waiting there for her. The poor lady never had the chance. Then, to tie the whole thing together, the spouse waits for her husband to get home. She cooks him a big meat pie using the barkeep's remains. Holy fuck.
Sheesh, what the fuck?
Sweeney thought much?
Wow, that story is pretty...
No. Steven thinks someone's developed a new type of magic that can control people's minds. And these homicides were some kind of sick test run.
It's Eris.
Yeah. Magic that can affect people's minds?
Wouldn't Mage Blight make more sense?
Mage Blight.
When a mage overuses their magic, it can have pretty bad consequences on their mind. They temporarily lose grip of reality and begin seeing things that aren't there. When a mage becomes that, it almost never ends well. They basically become psychotic. They enter a frenzy and begin firing spells randomly, which only makes it worse.
I've seen my fair share of Mage Blight cases, and this wasn't like that. Not all of the perps were mages, and the ones that were, they didn't even use their spells. One thing was that each of the perps almost seemed to wake up after we arrested them. All of them said things like, "It wasn't me," or "I didn't have a choice." They didn't have a choice? What would that mean? I doubt it means anything. Sometimes people can't face the things they've done. It's easier to say that you had no control than to take responsibility. I wondered if I could mislead the commanders into revealing what the secret evidence is. Okay, so the cases. When we saw the headmaster change his mind, and agree with what she was saying and everything. That wasn't she using illusion on us to hear that. She was controlling the headmaster to change his mind, actually.
Yeah. My thing is with Eris, because she's been changing the dialogue boxes, my thoughts is the mind control thing makes sense because that would explain how Eris is changing people's dialogue.
Yeah.
If she was just doing illusion to change it, it's like someone would have said something by now.
Yeah, makes sense. During the trial, Steven mentions that someone other than John Hughes saw bellwethers walking around. Have you seen them around lately? We wanted to speak with them. Ha! Nice try, kid. Well, it was worth a shot. Honestly, I couldn't tell if I wanted to. I don't think anyone other than Steven knows who this witness is. I sure as hell don't. Once, she was even hiding from the Inquisition commander. Why was she being so secretive? It seemed like the commander didn't know who the secret witness was either.
Yeah, that's what he just said, Tyrion, thanks. Ugh, this isn't getting us anywhere.
Steven's behavior is strange, though. Perhaps we could try analyzing her behavior. If I did that, I might be able to figure out why she's acting so strangely. Let's take a moment to
build a psychological profile.
Steven's behavior has been strange this time around. She's hiding elements of the case, even from the commander. And we're doing this right in front of the commander. Yeah, okay. Anyone can tell that she doesn't have much faith in him. I'm standing right here. This is the first time I've seen her hide the key details of a case from him. What is motivating Steven to keep secrets? There has to be a reason why she's being so secretive.
What if?
Oh yeah, I think is the key thing. Her actions must be driven by paranoia. She's been hiding information about the case after all. There's only one reason why she wouldn't utilize the Inquisition like she usually does. It's because she doesn't trust them. I hate to say it, but that doesn't really surprise me. She's always been standoffish with us. But there is one exception. Who has to be trusted for this case? There are individuals whom she's trusted more than the Inquisition during this case.
Us, for some fucking reason.
She's let us investigate the crime scenes without any restrictions.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until now. Does she really trust us?
I don't think personal trust is the reason. What does Steven trust us this time? We don't usually interact with her, and she's worked with the Inquisition on plenty of cases that we weren't even involved in. Oh, uh,
Um,
Maybe.
oh wait, Tyrion isn't capable of using magic?
oh yeah, maybe. It's gonna be something like that, right? We aren't controlled by the nobility. I think.
That's not true anyone,
Yep.
and we weren't subject to corruption.
Yep, Tyrion isn't controlled by the nobility.
Well, well, I was going to say a member of the nobility, but that makes no sense. Yeah. Steven doesn't know much about us, but she does know that we aren't prone to noble corruption.
Right, you did just indict a noble last week.
Meanwhile, the Inquisition usually bends to the nobility's whims. Can't argue with you there. What can I infer about the secret witness? Using my intuition, I could tell that she's worried about the witness's family. And if she's so worried about corruption from the nobility, it can only mean one thing. The witness is a noble. But, okay,
Yep.
that doesn't exactly narrow things down in the academy. That
Yeah,
usually
no, it
has
doesn't.
noble students. The witness has to belong to a noble family. That's why she's so wary of interference.
But we're obviously not going to do anything corrupt. Why is she hiding the witness's identity from us?
Remember that font I saw through the eye? And she's protecting us.
Her family is dangerous.
I'm worried about our safety. Yeah, I guess harassing a noble could put you in danger, but I'm the protege of the infamous Ruby Timor.
Yeah, it's not as if we weren't already on the nobility's bad side. I'm sure House Pierce still has it out for us. They are definitely the ones sending those rules into your house.
What?
Don't worry about it. I've got it under control.
This can only mean that the family we're dealing with is even more powerful than House Pierce. If the prosecutor is wary of them, they must be as powerful as the Steelwinds. Wait, don't tell me you think we're dealing with another one of the four pillars.
I always hear you and Ruby say it a lot, but who are the four pillars?
It's a name people use for the four most powerful noble houses. They're led by the dukes and duchesses. House Frege, House von Sanctus, House Sibyl, and of course, House Steelwind. The four of them stand at the top of Ivangad's hierarchy. What is it? Steelwind's paranoia all started after she investigated this room. We were at the crime scene and she left to follow a lead. But an hour later, she came back to the lecture hall and basically booted everyone out. Her behavior changed after investigating this room. That means she found something here.
That something must point to a family from.
Commander shifted slightly. You know, Steven's orders say I can't snoop around here. But you two, on the other hand, don't worry, just leave it to us. I have some school records that say which locker belongs to which student. You can use it to tell whose locker you're looking at.
Let's go.
Alright, we haven't. It's been a while since we examined the room.
There's an arcane construct in the back here.
Oh, how convenient. It's already here to aid the students. Anyway, I don't think it's relevant to our investigation. Yeah, sure.
Surely not.
Yeah, of course not. No way. Just in case, I made a note of it in my glowstone. Yeah. Completely non-relevant. Constructing the lotto. I used the legend that the commander gave me. I looked carefully across the list to find the names of some notable students. Oh, interesting way to do this, okay.
Okay.
I opened the locker with Wallace's IT number. Inside, I found a bottle of fragrant liquids and something that looks like a makeup kit.
Did they swap his ID number again?
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
why
it.
does Wallace have this stuff?
It did seem strange, but it wasn't my place to judge. Based. I should take a look through the other lockers.
He is different from Phoenix, right? Because Phoenix would be judging. Like a lot.
I opened the locker with Miriam Frega's ID number. Inside, I found several stacks of worn-out textbooks and notebooks. I desperately need a reminder.
Yeah, we don't. She's not.
Wait a minute. These notebooks all have Wallace's name on them. I skipped that. I opened the notebook and quickly scanned through its pages. There appear to be notes on the art of necromancy. These are Wallace's notebooks.
We both have a terrible memory, so we're not gonna that part like fucking a couple hours ago at most, where Wallace told us that they would swap the ID numbers on his locker.
Yeah.
Did she steal his things?
What's going on here? I began taking off the textbooks and notebooks one after another. The locker was pretty cramped, but then I noticed a stain near the backplates. I quickly took everything out to get a better look at it.
What?
I think this is dried blood. Wait, Celeste, scan it for traces. The lack of a comma here makes me think that you're asking for a scan specifically of the type Celeste.
So let's scan it.
Yeah.
No, there aren't any traces on it.
It was the legend Jaden von Sanctus. Oh, right. We are going through the Foculus. Yeah. Okay,
yes.
Makes sense. Well, except for Nightgrave, I suppose.
Yep.
I opened the locker with Jaden von Sanctus' ID number. Inside, I found several bottles of some kind of transparent lotion. There's nothing but lotion here, and also a distinct smell.
Oh.
I wonder why a student would need this much lotion. Are we really doing this? Took one of the bottles to inspect it more closely.
Wait, Tyrion, don't touch those with your hands.
On the label, it appears to be some kind of sanitizing liquids. It's a little strange, but it doesn't seem to be related to the case. Inside, I found some textbooks and a neatly stacked deck of tarot cards.
Oh, it's like those cards that fortune tellers use.
I wonder if this student studies divination magic. Anyways, I don't think this is relevant to the case.
Okay, well, we found a few things, but I can't really make sense of any of it.
Look at this from the prosecutor's perspective. The student found something in one of the lockers. Whatever that was, it made her extremely paranoid. Whose locker had the most suspicious evidence?
Well, Wallace would have had Miriam's ID, so I assume we have to say Miriam.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
We found some insanely suspicious things in Frega's locker. It had Wallace's notebooks and even some blood.
That blood is certainly strange. It implies that something bloody was stored here. It could only be the murder weapon.
You think someone stole it?
No, actually. I think it was Tyrion who took it.
Oh, right. Or mentioned that she investigated this room. She must have taken the murder weapon as evidence.
With that said, there's something else that's strange about Miriam Frega's locker. He had a lot of Wallace's possessions. It's possible that she really did steal these items from him, but it's more likely that this locker isn't actually hers. Remember
Right.
what Wallace told us before? Yeah.
Okay, now they remember. Sometimes the other students would steal the ID number. Well, yeah, they thought it was funny whenever that student got angry with me. So someone switched the nameplates?
This means that this isn't Miriam Frega's locker, it's Wallace's.
But that would mean that the bloody object came from Wallace's locker.
It appears so. But if that's true, why didn't Steven present the bloody item during the trial? I proved that Bellwether was wounded before Valerie healed her. Wouldn't that have been the perfect time to present what she found? It was a bloody item found in the defendant's locker, after all.
Right, that is weird.
There's something more to this that I wasn't seeing but once. I think we'll just have to ask Steven ourselves.
Oh,
Okay.
let's go. Where the fuck is she again?
Probably
Library.
the library. Yeah. We don't have enough information now. Let's have a talk with the prosecutor. Please just tell me what's wrong. Are you mad at me?
I'm not mad, okay? Can we just get to work?
Those voices rang out from the kitchen. They sounded like they were in an argument. Do you think they're okay?
It sounds private. We shouldn't get involved.
Yes, you're right. I slowly closed the door to the library and kept my mind on the investigation.
Fine. You wanna know what I think? You don't get to say that you hate magic.
Look at how many problems it's causing for us.
Yeah, for this dumb job, none of this even matters for you.
What?
Those people from the church always say that mages are chosen by the divine right. And they're right. You don't get to complain about being better than me, Val.
Better than you?
Yes, you are, and I'm so sick of pretending you're not. You were helping Jan while I was jealous of how easy I thought his job was. You outed yourself as a mage trying to save Catherine bloody Bellwether.
Tina, that's not...
I hate how much I'm holding you back. I know you. I know how hard you've been working in the library. You're destined for great things.
Tina, I haven't learned anything.
Come on, don't give me that. You've been heading straight to the library after work for years.
Yeah, and I still haven't learned anything.
What?
I can't wrap my head around how it all works. I've been trying to for years. I don't understand either. I don't understand spell formulas. It's like they're speaking another language. I can do magic, but I'm nothing like the students here.
But you know healing magic.
It's the most basic spell. Children in the theology program learned that in their first class. It took me years to even figure that out.
Why didn't you ever tell me about this?
Because magic is the only thing I have. You're better than me at everything.
What? I'm not.
I'm always making mistakes and forcing you to clean up after me. We only have this job because you begged the headmaster to hire me with you. You're amazing. The students here are spoiled aristocrats and they love your food. I can't even fry an egg right. You're not the one holding us back. No? You're not the one holding it. Okay. Yeah.
You really think my cooking is that good?
I don't think I could live without eating your food every day.
Remember when I was just learning to cook at the orphanage? We were just a pair of dumb kids, but you were there with me every step of the way. You were there for me. I would have never gotten this good if you weren't always with me.
Tina,
I'm sorry I never told you this sooner. I could never do this without you.
neither could I.
I'm sorry for being so stupid before.
It's okay. I was also being. We should get started on that soup.
Right. Can you help me grab a little shot from the freezer? Oh, you're back? That was not the way.
We've uncovered a few things during our investigation. Steven, are you acquainted with a student named Miriam Frigga? If that's rightly. It was subtle, but I could see her discomfort.
I underestimated him. I said before, Mr. Cuthbert, I won't fall for such an obvious bluff.
It's not a bluff, Steven. Now prove it using evidence, the evidence we've gathered.
Okay, let's present some evidence, I guess. Or, yeah.
Yes,
We need
it's
to
not
build a
full yet,
psychological
yeah.
profile for it. So.
What
I think?
From a noble house, you must have come to school here. Did you know Catherine Bellwether while you were here?
I unfortunately did. I constantly clashed with her over her treatment of the commoners here. One of my biggest regrets is failing to remove her from her position before I graduated. But she was a friend of House Frege. There wasn't much I could do against that.
It sounded like many people didn't get along with the professor.
I would say more, but it's all in the past, and I'm not one to speak ill of the dead. Well, that's it.
I don't think. I think it might have only been in the tutorial that this gradually filled up.
Time to.
Steven was paranoid, and for whatever reason, it was due to the involvement of Miriam Frigga. If I could convince her to reveal why she's being so secretive, she might give me more information. Does she not know that they changed the lockers? Like this?
Possible.
Miriam belongs to the family, cast suspicion on her could cause them to intervene. The prosecutor wants to avoid that outcome at all costs. Yeah. You've been acting strangely, students. Even the Knights of the Inquisition have noticed. Just tell me the truth. Why are you being so paranoid?
You're trying to imply, Mr. Cuthbert.
I mean, this is a bit too easy to click. Look, I mean, this is not even
Yep.
yeah. Talking about my behavior.
Nothing
That's you.
has changed. I've prosecuted the defendants the same way I've always have.
Yeah, that sounded a little strange, but wait, let me just. Never mind.
Nothing about her behavior. Skill 1 orders. That's right.
Yeah. You've ordered the Knights to stay away from the crime scene, and you've taken it upon yourself to conduct the investigation yourself. Awkward phrasing, but fine. That is not normal behavior for a prosecutor.
I took those actions because the Inquisition is incompetent. How could I possibly trust them with anything?
The Knights are incompetent, okay, but even you can see the value of delegation. In this last case, you still delegated tasks to the Inquisition. You could have easily investigated the McCoy Tavern yourself. This academy is huge. You wouldn't conduct your investigation this way unless you had a good reason.
And why didn't you enlighten me? Why would I act in such a way? What would cause me to behave so strange? What's that?
Again?
Yeah, evidence in the locker again, I think. That or, oh wait, 4 pillar families? Either that or the blood thing, so. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, if you can go with the popular. Yeah. You know that Inquisition is corrupt and will bend to the nobility. So, what would
Yeah,
happen
back.
if a powerful noble were publicly involved in this case? With that noble's influence, they'd probably order the Inquisition to conceal their involvements. A high-profile noble is involved in this case, Tyrion, and I believe the noble is Miriam Frege.
Again with this. Do you think you can bluff me by throwing out the names of random noble? Not every noble is a malevolent criminal like Garrick Pierce. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My investigation doesn't involve the Fregas. Nothing about this case has anything to do with House Frege.
How do you explain this, Sylvant? The commander told us that you were following a lead in the locker room yesterday. We investigated the lockers of students from the popular families, and we found stains of blood in a locker with Miriam Frege's ID number, and it was presumably left by a bloody object. The bloody object must have been taken by someone, and you became extremely paranoid after you found something in the locker room. If I had to guess, I would say that you took the bloody object as evidence.
And what evidence do you have to support these outrageous claims?
What?
The only thing you have is evidence of a blood stain. There is a myriad of explanations for that. Everything else you mentioned is pure speculation. You can't prove that piece of evidence exists. I could have found any number of things in that room, possibly nothing at all. Okay.
Hyenas, do not see how wrong that is? Let's not be coy, anyone can tell that the bloodstain is the most notable thing in that room. If you don't present what you found in the court, I'll have no choice but to pull the owner of that locker onto the stands. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the one.
Yeah, absolutely. You found an object in the locker with Miriam Frege's nameplate on it. If you don't present what you found to the court, I'll have no choice but to pull the owner of that locker onto the stands.
That's ridiculous. We both know that the locker in question belongs to Wallace Nightgrave.
Can you unequivocally prove that, student? Because the way I see it, there is a lot of room for doubts there. Enough doubt for me to pull Lady Frege onto the witness stand. But if I had more context, maybe I wouldn't have to resort to that. Sneaky. Her brow furrowed for a bit.
Rat.
She was searching for her counter-arguments, but she just exhaled in resignation. I finally got her.
Well played, Mr. Cuthbert. Suppose I don't have a choice, do I? Just so it's clear, I wasn't acting to protect the nobility. But I'll admit that Miriam Frege was the other witness that saw Bellwether that day.
Hey, I had some suspicions, but...
There's also another matter.
Still intense once again. She was still hesitant.
When I was investigating the body, I found this.
Evidence of academic dishonesty. Tightly packed folder containing several documents detailing multiple instances of plagiarism, fraud, bribery of school officials, and various other offenses committed by Miriam Frege.
Looks like it's been cheating.
Why would Bellwether have something like this?
From the way it's arranged in this folder, I think it might have been blackmail. Miriam Frege is considered a prodigy in the practice of conjuration magic. She won a litany of awards, and she will most definitely graduate with honors. If these files were to reach the public, it would absolutely ruin her reputation. Do you think that the professor was trying to threaten her? It appears so. When I discovered this, several elements of the case were still unknown. A That's when I found this in Wallace Nightgrave's locker.
The rapier. Rapier covered in blood, it was found naturally. Apparently, it's a valuable family heirloom to House Frege. It was reported stolen by Miriam Frege weeks before the murder. Ooh. But is this his actual locker? It must be because of the blood, but this feels confusing.
Yeah.
This is.
It's very likely that this was the murder weapon. This rapier is a valuable family heirloom from Frege. And a few weeks ago, Miriam reported that the rapier was stolen from her room. But why was it found in Wallace's locker?
Not that I'm complaining, but why didn't you present this in court?
To be honest, I'd like to avoid involving House Frege by any means necessary. I knew it! You're just protecting her, aren't you? Ms. McCoy, do you recall how Wivengard's justice system works? To acquit a defendant, you need to unequivocally prove they didn't commit the crime. To do that, they either need a solid alibi,
or we need to prove that someone else committed the crime.
What do you suppose will happen if you bring Miriam Frege onto the stand? House Frege won't allow one of its members to be indicted in a court of law. They'll plant and forge evidence to implicate your defendant, and they'll use the Inquisition to do so. Even I wouldn't be able to stop them, should it come to that.
So that's why you've been keeping them away from the investigation.
Can't you do anything? I thought the steel ones were powerful too. I don't have the support of my house. Right now, I'm just a prosecutor, nothing more. Steelwind, you know that this isn't fair for us. Just do nothing. Do nothing and let us win.
Celeste.
We can't go after Miriam, then you can at least help us save Wallace. I'm not going to do that. Why? What if Miriam Frege is the real killer? Her sword is the murder weapon, and Bellwether was trying to blackmail her. I seem to recall another case where an innocent person's sword was used to frame them. That's... As a prosecutor, it is not my place to decide who's guilty and who's not. I won't engage in corruption, even if it's to counter corruption from another noble house. I'm sorry.
Do you know where Miriam is right now?
Did you not hear what I just said? You can't let her think there's even the slightest possibility you'll indict her. She'll bring the entire wrath of House Frege down on you. I won't be able to protect you if that happens.
I don't need your protection, and I can't do anything for Wallace unless I know everything that happens. Frege has the last piece I need to put everything together.
Well, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I? Her dormitory is room 107. I imagine that she'll be there, considering the classes are suspended.
Thank you, students.
If I don't tell you, I'm sure you'll probably just find out using some other means. But please, Mr. Cuthbert, exercise caution.
Sorry, just one more thing.
I think we've already done this, yeah.
Yeah, we did. Okay, just make sure. Just covering my bases, you know. Dorm room.
Dorm room. Well, it's emo.
Yeah. Followed students' directions and found Miriam Frege's dorm room. That, of course, that's why it was just a lot of makeup. The thing.
Mm-hmm.
The toilet inside seemed a lot more ornately decorated than the other rooms. I went to knock on the
You
door,
thought it all makes sense.
not realizing that it was only partially closed. As my fist came into contact with the wood, I accidentally pushed it open. Oh, that's one. We saw that That's right. In another tutorial.
Tutorial, yep.
As the door swung open, I made eye contact with the girl inside. She seemed to be studying at the desk, but she was now staring at me, stunned. I slowly saw her expression shift from a puzzled look to a furious and violent scowl.
Takes this one.
Um, well, she's clearly going to be a witness.
Because I think I could do it, but if you want to do it in multi-final thought.
Perhaps.
Okay. Eat sex. You have no respect. Excuse me? How dare you barge into my room?
Sorry, I was trying to knock, but
Construct, remove these hoodlums from my room.
acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Oh, right, it was the professor's class, yeah.
Bellwether,
From the
but I'm
corner
not
of
doing
the
the Bellwether
room,
voice in the construct. I keep fucking forgetting.
From the corner of the room, an arcane construct stood up and began charging towards me at a terrifying speed. Before I even knew what happened, it raised its fist to strike me. Oh?
Oh shit, no sweats, right?
Flustered, I fell back and raised my arms to shield myself. I closed my eyes, bracing for the impending impact. But instead, I heard the clang of steel striking stone. Confused, I opened my eyes to see Celeste standing between the construct and me. Her sword was drawn, and it was locked with the construct's fist. Despite the construct's imposing size and strength, Celeste was slowly pushing it back. Upon taking a closer look at Celeste, the girl narrowed her eyes.
Construct, stand down. I'm terribly sorry for that. I wasn't aware that this man was your son.
Celeste's hand was firmly clenched around the hilt of her sword, but she put it away without another word.
I noticed you around campus. Are you a new student? The academy allowed her to bring her retainer. She must be important. What are you talking about?
I saw an opportunity. Yes, my master just enrolled here recently.
What?
Celeste squinted at me, confused. I just tilted my head towards Miriam.
Yes, I just started here. I take it you're Miriam Frege? Yes, it seems that my reputation precedes me.
The spoiled daughter of House Frege, extremely arrogant, excelled at her studies at the Imperial Academy. Yeah, I can't imagine she has many genuine friends. Burns!
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, lady. I'm Celeste. Steelwind. I'm Celeste Steelwind.
Serious. There was no way that Miriam was going to believe.
Steelwind. It's a pleasure to meet another member of such an esteemed house. She must be from a distant branch family. Father may have a use for her.
Wait, she was actually buying this?
Celeste Steelwind. I just moved in, and I thought that I should introduce myself. Seeing as you're a top student in the field of conjugation.
Conjuration.
Yes.
Well, there was no backing out though. Okay. First of
I
all,
will say
okay,
Miriam's sprites so far are very fun. I don't
what's
know if
going
that's
to
actually a good
happen?
idea in this context.
Yeah, YOLO.
We should do it. A runestone? I have one as well, but mine is the latest model. Ask.
You have a newer model? Can I see it?
What? No.
Cute. Miss Frega, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions about.
Excuse me. I don't believe anyone has permitted you to speak.
Oh, here we go. Celeste was still smiling, but I could faintly hear her grinding her teeth together.
So, no weather. I can't believe it. Yes, it's quite tragic what happened. You've always been a friend of House Rhaegar.
She was obviously going to be more receptive to Celeste's student. Might be better to let Celeste take the lead on the questioning.
Okay, if I'd known that, then maybe I wouldn't have taken her voice, but it's too late now. Locked in.
Yeah.
We heard that you saw her on the day of the murder. Can you tell us more about what happened? Oh, you heard about that from your relative, did you? If you don't mind me asking, why are you so interested? She's not like Arya, is she? Oh, I'm just curious is all. You know how uneventful life can be sometimes. Being a noble and all.
Alright, she really needed to tone it down.
Oh, is that all? I was worried you were going down the same path as that poor confused Arya. Well, I'm in the middle of a study break anyway. I should have to have some time to spill some tea. Speaking of, I'm distracted. There is some tea. Use the lotus tea we imported from the Eastern Kingdoms. She might be useful. I could win her favor. This will work. Well,
Yeah.
this could work to win her favor considering she loves lotus tea.
Absolutely, yeah.
Acknowledge. Lotus tea? You have lotus juice?
I could feel myself slowly losing control of the situation.
Let's just walk the fuck in.
Maybe we should examine things first. Just quickly.
Are we allowed?
Apparently,
I guess.
it was an extravagant band. We want you to live pretty well here. Oh, okay. It was a table for guests. But it didn't look like it's seen much use until now.
At all.
Okay.
I
Great investigation.
can't imagine we can use detect magic. Well, maybe we can. Who knows?
Preparing Arcanum.
Okay, it just doesn't do anything. I heard that you were one of the last people who saw the professor. Where did this happen? I was in the hallways when I saw her coming out of the headmaster's office. She appeared to be heading towards the library. Do you remember what time this happened? I'm not really sure, honestly. It's a little embarrassing, but I have a bad habit of getting too absorbed in my work. And then hours will pass without my notice. You have a rough idea, at least? I believe it was in the morning.
So it was before the meeting with the headmaster.
Did anything seem off about her? No, it was a short encounter. I merely greeted her and she responded in kind. Or at least that's what should have happened.
That thought just now, what did it mean? I slowly glanced at Celeste and caught her attention. Using small motions, I shook my head. Miriam was holding something back.
Were you and the professor really on good terms? I heard she was pretty mean towards the other students. Towards the riffraff, maybe, but not to students like us. She was my personal instructor during summer break. She fulfilled several roles both to my sister when she studied here.
Ah. To both my siblings?
Perhaps. She was a long-time friend of House Rhaegar. That's why we were planning on appointing her as the new headmaster. Wait, what did you just say?
Ooh.
Did you just say they were going to appoint Bellwether as the new headmaster? Oh, I'm surprised you didn't know. House Rhaegar holds several seats on the Academy's board, along with the Grand General. We were making plans to have her replace that lout Redmond.
They were going to sack the headmaster.
Did Headmaster Redmond know about them? Oh, of course not. This was part of a large-scale plan. Along with Redmond, we were also going to replace all the staff members with arcane constructs. We had to keep everything under wraps, or else the help would have left before we were ready. And where would that leave us?
But John supposedly overheard Bellwether talking about the constructs. Did Bellwether prematurely reveal the plan to Theodore? Or was John lying about how he found out?
But alas, with Bellwether gone, we'll have to delay our plans.
Oh, okay.
So, we heard that Arya took your rapier as evidence for the case. Can you believe her? She still won't give it back to me. My father will have my head if I can't get it back soon. How did it even become a part of the investigation anyways? I don't know. Arya won't tell me anything. Swear if that necromancer was the one who stole it, I'll execute him myself. So, someone did steal it from you? Yes, from right out of my room. When did this happen? About a few weeks ago. I noticed when I came back from one of my classes. Someone removed the rapier from its display case in my room. How did they get into your room in the first place? Do you think someone used magic to teleport past the door? Please, I'm a master of conjuration magic. If someone attempted that, my enhancements would have shunted them out.
That meant that the thief came through one of the doors or windows.
It was that necromancer. I'm sure a street child like him just knows how to pick a lock. Celestine's feeling so normal. I've heard that you're one of the Academy's top students. Your grades must be amazing. Of course. As an inheritor of House Frege, my grades are impeccable. It feels good to have my greatness recognized.
Strange. I didn't see anything contradictory to the eye this time. I will say, the way her head comes in, like, towards her cheeks, kinda make me, kinda make the cheeks resemble like cat whiskers. You know, I look at the face and I immediately goes, oh, is that a cosplay or something? No, that's just her. Yeah. What did she just do? You know about how good a student was she? She was. I guess she should Celeste to continue pressing her.
Oh, what kind of magic do you study here? You must be joking. I study magic from the School of Conjuration. Just like most members of my house. School of Conjuration. That's the type of magic that specializes in spatial manipulation, right? Yes, I consider myself quite the expert in that field. Why, the Crown Prince himself has asked me for my assistance in research study. It's nice to finally work with someone of my caliber.
Again, I didn't see any parts that contradicted what she was saying. If she was smart enough to get the Crown Prince's attention, why would she be cheating?
Suspicious.
Someone's framing her?
Yeah, my guess is like that Bellwether is framing her. Why would Bellwether do that? I thought she was on good terms with House Frege. But it would give her a reason to have murdered Bellwether, so...
Maybe it's
You
part
said
of
something about-
Eris's machinations?
Maybe. You said something about my wayward relative before. Were you talking about Arya? Oh, I'm terribly sorry if I offended you.
That's right.
Yeah, I find her sprites very fun. They're all pretty nicely done. But I'm sure it must pain you to see the way that she's been acting lately. Yes, it's been extremely hard.
Thinking there, Celeste.
Did you know that she even interrogated me about the murder yesterday? you believe it? A steel wind running around a crime scene like a common night. Why, if I tried something like that, my father would disown me. She's so desperate to prove that she's nothing like her father.
Is that really what you believe? Or just yeah. You can just skip through that. Okay.
We know this.
Is that why she became a prosecutor? Was it out to reject her bloodthirsty father?
Honestly, she probably thinks she can do anything just because of her betrothed. She's so full of herself. Asta deserves better.
Oh?
She's engaged. But the Grand General keeps drowning these villages in blood. I imagine that. But if the Grand General keeps drowning these villages in blood, I imagine even that will be in jeopardy. And when that happens, I'll steal.
Celeste's eyes perked up. I'd be lying if I said mine didn't too. I was also curious about who this Esther was. I shook my head when she looked at me. We couldn't risk blowing our cover for some gossip about the prosecutor.
You have an arcane construct in your room. I thought they were only in the library and the locker room. This construct was a gift from House One Sanctus. I have to say, they're quite convenient to have around. They look really cool. Maybe I should get one. You should. A construct would be far more useful than this attendant of yours. Yeah, maybe. Unfortunately, there are still some issues with their intelligence.
Ooh, we are going to update the little evidence for them?
Perhaps their intelligence. It happens when you give them complex commands. It might be easier to show you.
We had gone to the construct and began beckoning it over.
Construct, please retrieve my textbooks and bring them here. Then, cast Steel Wind Strike at this location. After that, retrieve the plates and set them out at this table. Acknowledged. Well, what?
Construct stood up and retrieved Miriam's textbooks from one of the shelves in the room. He brought them to the table they were sitting at, just like she ordered. But then, it suddenly stopped.
Wait, what happened? The construct obviously can't hit one strike, so my second command was impossible to carry out. But did you notice something else? It ignored your third command too. Exactly. My third command was possible to carry out. Constructs execute a series of commands in the order that they are given. But let's say one of those tasks is impossible to complete. When the construct gets to the task, it will deem the entire series impossible to complete. As a result, it will stop executing the series altogether. I'm sure this will never be relevant in
Yeah. I'm trying to think, but... So, the construct was ordered to go to the lecture hall. But then, it was still going over there. It was able to complete up to that part, at least. I'm trying to think of...
I don't know the implications of this evidence yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will mean something.
Lady Stewart, I'm afraid we must leave now if we want to make our next engagement.
Oh, right. Let's go, servant. Oh, leaving already? It was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah. Oh,
Sure. Sure.
I don't know why that... Yeah.
See you around.
Oh, hello, Alakai Rooters. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I made my way back to the fire with Celeste. Found the time we'd spent. We only had a brief amount of time before night fell, but luckily found a lot during our investigation.
Are you sure you didn't want to talk to her more? You're getting a lot out of her.
We already got a lot of useful information out of her. The more time we spend with her, the more likely she is to see through our rules and warn the prosecution.
Right.
So, why Stewart?
I don't know. I panicked. I don't remember any of the other houses' names.
This would have had a lower profile.
I'm not using that creep's name.
Hopefully, Stewart doesn't mind us borrowing her name.
We got her statement on what she saw that day.
It's also what she said about her rapier.
I bet she was lying when she said it was stolen. She's probably trying to establish an alibi.
I'm not so sure.
Why do you say that?
Doesn't it feel too obvious? If she was lying about the rapier being stolen, that would imply that she planned all of this in advance. But if she had to choose a murder weapon, why would she choose something that literally has her family's name on it? I don't understand if the murder was a spur-of-the-moment decision and somehow occurred in her dorm room. In a situation like that, she might have just used something nearby. But if this was a premeditated murder committed by Miriam, that rapier would be the last weapon she would choose.
Right. I guess that makes sense.
There's also the evidence of academic dishonesty. It doesn't match up with what we heard from Miriam.
You mean that all that stuff about working with the Crown Prince? She's probably just making things up to look good in front of me.
I have an insight when it comes to things like this. Under certain circumstances, I can usually tell when someone is lying. I'll be able to see through a lie as grandiose as that. People could subconsciously shoot themselves from the Eye of Horus, even if they didn't know about it. But when they didn't, I wouldn't be able to see any thoughts from them. I saw that she was lying about her encounter with Bellwether. I would have seen dissonant thoughts if she were lying about her grades too.
Well, I guess your insight has never failed us before, but what does this mean?
I don't. Even with everything we found, I'm still not sure who the real culprit is. At the very least, I think we should still try to pull Miriam onto the stand. If she testifies in court, I might be able to find something I can use. But that was a big baby. She was the daughter of the Duke of Finance. If I didn't play my cards right, that move could spook the judge enough to make him end the trial then and there.
Wait, do we have time to kill? Do you want to head back to the library? You could continue your research.
That's fidgeting with her hands. Her feet were already shuffling toward the library doors as she wanted to read more of that book series.
Yep.
You just want to read Dagger at Daggerfall, don't you?
It's Death at Daggerfall, and it's a great series.
Every time I try to pick one of those books up, I figure out who the killer is within the first few chapters.
Yeah, well, I'm a normal human being, okay? I'm not some murderer. Why don't you go read one of those Wraithbound books? Maybe you'll find the unpublished sequel there, too.
Celeste, that series has been finished for centuries. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, we have this sort of
we know this.
Mm-hmm.
Just a weird flashback out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong?
Stop thinking about what Wallace said about carving blood in Bloomveil.
Look, I get that you really like that series, but they're just books, Tyrion.
They're more than that to me. Those books inspired me to do what I'm doing now.
Wait, the story about the magic light swords inspired you to become a defense attorney?
Long time ago, I experienced firsthand how corrupt Wapengard was. I started assuming that the nobles would always win. But those books made me want to believe in a world where good could triumph over evil against all odds. And if I never had that, I don't know if I'd be here today.
I get that, but Wallace really cares a lot about necromancy too. We've been feeling the stigma against it for this entire case. Is it really so hard to believe that those books contributed to how bad things are for him? I can't believe Tyrion reads Harry Potter. That's basically what this plotline is. You said it yourself. It's one of the most popular books out there. It's fucking Harry Potter. Do you even know what kind of person Corin Bloomfield was?
Not really.
So he could have been paid off by the nobility to write those books.
No, someone who did that would never write something so beautiful. I'll grant you that it's likely he played into harmful stereotypes about necromancers, but I'm sure it was just an unfortunate mistake. I'm sure there are historical records that will note this many good deeds and contributions to societies. Note his many good deeds.
Surely.
Yeah. Maybe if I show Wallace that, he will understand that he wasn't all that bad.
Sure.
Has Celeste disappeared?
I guess so.
I looked over to her.
Going to the library.
She was already shuffling towards the entrance of the library. Alright, let's just go.
What?
She barely acknowledged me. She flung open the doors to the library and ran inside. By the time I entered the library, she was already sitting at a table, her eyes glued to the unpublished manuscript. Alright, where to start? Here we go. Corin Bloomfield's autobiography. 1 hour later.
Well, time skip.
I forgot I'd have to click on this.
That hour flew by. I still couldn't finish. Oh my god! How many books did you get?
It was a still wind, Celeste. Okay.
What?
He wasn't just picked by the nobility, he was of the nobility.
Was that in the historical record?
No, it's all just one giant conspiracy. I'm imagining the Pepper Silver thing right now.
Hmm.
I found his old submissions to writing competitions that he made under his original name. The prose he used back then matches his style too closely. It's uncanny when you compare them. Some of these submissions even contain story elements that he later used and polished in Gravebound. Bro had 1 hour.
How would you even...
His real name was Lorenzo Stewing, born in the year 208. He deserted the army and was disowned by his family, but they paid him off, Celeste. They saw that the masses liked his writing. They corrupted him. They used his artistry as a weapon to turn the public against the necromancers. And he just went with it. They dangled his inheritance in front of him like a carrot on a stick.
Tyrion, what in the actual hell? We've only been here for an hour.
If I had just had more time, I could find enough evidence to prove this once and for all. Sure, if I can take a few more hours to...
What? Tyrion, no! Wallace's trial is tomorrow morning.
Okay, good lord, how could I forget?
It's fine. Let's just...
Wallace, we want to hear about what I found.
Okay, whatever. Let's just go home.
Not could remain concealed, Celeste.
Sure, Tyrion. You did great. Good job.
I love the music cutting out there. Not could remain concealed. Okay. Dance class, okay, I see.
What?
Can we finish this case today? I feel like probably.
I don't know. I do have to be, like, off in an hour because I need to go to the store and traffic's gonna get bad.
It probably, like, I think the last chapter break was like a bit over an hour, like an hour and a half. So we can just...
I think the chapter breaks are roughly once an hour, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit too close, and it's not like we haven't already broken the. We haven't stopped that close to the end or anything. So I think
Yep.
we can probably stop for here today, and then we finish this off
Yep.
on Saturday. Yeah.
Yep.
Or if you have more time later, we could do that too. But yeah, that's up to you. Saturday is probably safer.
Yeah,
But
I think Saturday makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. Okay, so that's it for now. Um, let us. I'll send us over to Dan Jones once again,
Yep.
and for me, I will be back on Friday with more Mario and Luigi. And as we said, this game on Saturday, it might be a little bit later because I will be back
Mhm.
from traveling, but it should still happen anyway. Oh,
Yippee.
uh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, we're going to Richard Dungeons. He's playing a 5 random game archipelago. I think it's like Banjo Tree, Minecraft, and some random stuff. Yeah, pretty crazy.
I see.
Anyway, that is all for us today. Thank you everybody for who stopped by and hang around. And I'll see you in the see ya. Bye bye.
Bye bye.